Good evening all. I welcome you all for the 43rd Annual Conference of Indian Society of Nephrology, Southern Chapter and 6th ISNSCCON, happening at the vibrant city of Hyderabad at Taramade Baradari Resort. I kindly request all to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. May I take this opportunity to welcome the President of ISN Southern Chapter, Dr. P. Soundararajan sir. And also we invite the chief guest of today's program, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan Madam, Honorable Governor of Telangana State and Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. I take this opportunity to welcome Manisha Sahai ma'am, who is organizing chairperson of the ISN Southern Chapter, and Dr. Manjusha Yadla ma'am, the organizing secretary of this conference. Now I request all the dignitaries and delegates to stand up for the prayer song.
गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Now I request the dignitaries to step forward to light the lamp as a mark of spiritual and happy start of the program.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषा प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषा प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छामि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठेत् गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Now I request the President of ISN Southern Chapter, Dr. P. Soundararajan sir, to deliver welcome address.
Chief guest of the evening, Honorable Governor of Telangana and Puducherry, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, senior members of the Indian Society of Nephrology Southern Chapter, invited speakers, guests and other friends, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all on this forum, on this occasion of this conference. Telangana is known for its hospitality, which we have enjoyed for 4.5 years. And I'm very happy to welcome you all for the academic session and other activities here for the next 3-4 days. It's nice that this tradition is continuing almost for the 44th time. With this, I extend my heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Now I request the Secretary of ISN Southern Chapter, Dr. Sri Bhushan Raju, sir, to welcome it.
So good evening, everyone. I express my immense gratitude towards Honorable Governor of Telangana, Professor Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, and also dignitaries on the dais, and I welcome you all to the 43rd Conference of Indian Society Southern Chapter as the Secretary of Southern Chapter. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Manjusha Yadla, ma'am, the organizing secretary of this conference, to introduce the chief guest, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, ma'am.
It's my great privilege and honor to introduce Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan Madam, who is the current governor of Telangana State since 2019 and is also the Lieutenant Governor of State of Puducherry since February 2021. Madam has graduated from Madras Medical College, Chennai, and also graduated in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. She is also specially trained in sonology and fetal medicine therapy in Canada. In recognition of services to the mankind, she was also awarded International Rising Star of the Year in 2018 by Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force. Madam is well acquainted just not with the obstetrics, gynecology, and the fetal medicine, but the nephrology too, as Dr. Soundararajan sir is an eminent nephrologist. So we're extremely glad, Madam, to have you here as chief guest for this 43rd chapter of ISN Southern Chapter in Hyderabad at Taramati Baradari Resorts. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to step forward to felicitate the chief guest of our today's program, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan. Now, may I request the dignitaries to release the souvenir. I also request the dignitaries to felicitate the faculties who achieved and contributed immensely for the development of nephrology in southern India, not only in South India, but across the nation and across the globe. To start with, we have the Lifetime Achievement Award. Dr. Inauguration sir, who left us unfortunately, and other recipients of the award, Dr. Namalwar, Dr. M.K. Mani, and Dr. Gobal Kishan sir, were unable to join us today. Dr. Thomas Matthew, who is a senior nephrologist from the state of Kerala, is present over here. I request sir to come out to the dais for felicitation. We are glad and proud to announce another group of award, introducing for the first time the Mahopadhyaya Award to respect and felicitate the teachers across the country over the last 4 decades. We request the faculties to come over to the dais for the award. To start with, from the state of Telangana, Dr. Anuradha Raman, Dr. Girish Narayanan, Dr. Pradeep Deshpande, Dr. K.V. Dakshinamurthy, from the state of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. T. Raviraju, Dr. V. Shivakumar, from Tamil Nadu, Dr. M.A. Muthu Sethupathi, Dr. P. Soundararajan, Dr. T. Dinakaran, Dr. J.H. Balasingh, from the state of Kerala, Dr. Kashi Vishweshwaran, Dr. Vimala ma'am, from the state of Karnataka, Dr. Chaku Jacob, Dr. H.S. Ballal, and Dr. Sundar Shankar. Our foreign faculties, Dr. Prabhakar Sharma, Dr. Anil, and Dr. Shafi Malik. Next is the prize distribution for ISN Southern Chapter Essay Competition. The winners are Dr. K. Venkata Subramani, Dr. Mugalapu Sai Samhida. Thank you, dignitaries of the dais and all the faculties who have joined in this magnanimous felicitation program. May I request our chief guest, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, Madam, Honorable Governor of Telangana State and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, to deliver the inaugural address.
A special good evening to each and everyone here. First of all, as first citizen of this state, I welcome you all to the city of Hyderabad and the younger state of Telangana. My respects to, I welcome Dr. P. Soundararajan, the President, Southern Chapter, Dr. Sri Bhushan Raju, Secretary, Southern Chapter, Dr. Manisha Sahai, President of and the organizing chairperson, Dr. Manjusha Elda, Vice President and the organizing secretary, and lot of dignitaries, well-known personalities, or I am able to see them, and I have to mention almost a long list. Madam Anuradha, I am really very proud that she is the senior most nephrologist in my state. And as a woman, I always say before and all, when we were students, when any specialty to be mentioned, only the women will choose gynecology. And now we can see so many women nephrologists, and they have a separate organization for that also. So first of all, I congratulate them for that. And very good representation, womanhood on the dais also. And my respects to Dr. Girish, Dr. Chiranjeevi, Dr. Chako Jacob, Dr. Muthu Sedipati, Dr. Thomas Matthew, Dr. Kashi Vishweswaran, Dr. Ravi Raju, Dr. Dinagaran, Dr. Gangadharan, and so on. I have to mention almost all of your names. And this, I happen to be the governor of this state, and this is Southern Chapter of Indian Society of Nephrology. Whether I came here as governor of Telangana or better off of your president, Dr. Soundarajan, I won't say I'm only better half. I'm a half nephrologist. I have seen all of you during the conferences as a young medical student associated with him, because the only place where I can go with him is only to attend the conferences, otherwise he won't take me anywhere. So if I have to travel away from Chennai, only to attend the conferences. So I have traveled almost, I have attended all the nephrology conferences. So as I told here, I'm not only the better half of a nephrologist, I'm a half nephrologist. And really I feel proud to be standing here. And it's very difficult. I am telling with a smile, better half of a nephrologist, but it's very difficult to be a wife of a nephrologist. Everyone asks me, how you entered politics? Because we are not cared, no? Only care towards the patient. So we have to some job to be there. So we entered politics and I became busy. Because I am the wife of a busy nephrologist. And total care, I have to say, because I have to salute each and everyone, because I have the experience how the family of the nephrologist suffers and how the patients of the nephrologists are very happy. When I became the governor, one of the journalists asked me, candid questions he asked. And he asked, what is the happiest moment of your husband? Whether your anniversary, wedding anniversary, or your birthday of yours, or birthday of your child. Then I told, the happiest moment for my husband is seeing the first drop of urine after the kidney transplant. So nothing makes a nephrologist happy than seeing the first drop of urine after the kidney transplant. And why I said I know everything about nephrology, because we know the sufferings of the patient. And as a politician's daughter also, not only as a politician, as a politician's daughter, so many occasions we have put forward our views, because we always interact with us whenever we talk. Mostly we talk about patients, we talk about nephrology problem. And when I met our Honorable Madam Sushma ji, when she was discussing about the medical facilities and necessities from the country, I told, Madam, large number of renal patients are there, but the peritoneal dialysis fluids should be imported. We have to, as our Honorable Prime Minister now encourages Atmanirbhar Bharat, vocal for local. But it was a very difficult situation during those days. And when I told it's a long pending request that the dialysis fluid should be produced from India, then immediately she cleared the file. So, as a small squirrel helped Rama, I have helped some of the nephrologists, so that some of the patients, and another incident also, when the transplant patients were suffering from unable to get the medicines, post-transplant medicines, when we were discussing, I called my father, he was the opposition leader. At that time, Honorable M.G. Ramachandran MGR was the chief minister. And when we conveyed the message, it is not only transplant, the post-transplant medicines are very important. Then within few days, he announced in the assembly that the transplant patients, not only who had the transplant in the medical colleges, but the poor patients who had the transplant from the other colleges, other hospitals also, they can get the post-transplant medicines free of cost from the government hospitals. That was another announcement. So, I always feel a doctor being an administrator or a politician, it always helps the patients. And as I was introduced here as the Governor of Telangana and the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, this medical profession always gives us confidence. When I was made the Governor of Telangana, this is the youngest state, I am the youngest governor in the country. And all the critics came forward and told, oh, she is the youngest person, how she is going to manage this youngest state? I told, I am the gynecologist. Gynecologists can manage the newborn baby. So, Telangana is a newborn baby, so I will manage, I told. Then immediately when I was given an additional charge, the same critics came forward, okay, she looked after Telangana, what is going to she's going to do when she is given the additional charge as the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. Then I told, as a gynecologist, if singleton baby is born, I will manage. If twins are born also, I will manage. So I am managing because this profession gives us confidence. Not only that, the challenges, how we face the challenges, not only as a gynecologist, being a nephrologist's wife, we can face any challenges. So that is, I have to say, because it is not easy, because we have not, we used to get into a train before, there will be a marriage in our family, suddenly one phone call will come, then immediately he'll tell, you proceed, I will get down and he will go to the hospital. Then we'll get a good name from the patients, but very bad name from the relatives. So these are the experience of each and every nephrologist. And my request is, whatever, because as a person in administration, my request is, we are going through lot of challenges. And I really appreciate Telangana government and now the Tamil Nadu for getting the highest number in the transplants, Jeevan Dan. I have to, Swarnalata, I have to appreciate her because I have seen her and her dedication. It needs a person like that. And transplant, making a person to accept transplant is not an easy job. I always narrate one incident. When I was a student of Tanjavur Medical College, a peripheral hospital, usually the patient will be in ICU. The relatives will be surrounding the patients. When we go and say the patient's relatives, the patient should be isolated. He is in ICU. Please go away from here. Then they will tell, no, I am the nearest relative. I am the uncle and I am the brother. Like that they will tell. Then we used to go and tell our chief, sir, we are unable to get rid of these relatives. They are surrounding the patient. What to do? Then he used to tell, you first go and tell, this patient needs 10 bottles of blood. Who are all the nearest relative, you make ready yourself so that you have to give blood and you come away. So I used to go and tell that you have to donate blood. You are telling you are the closest relative, close relatives. You used to go and tell and come away. Within 5 minutes, patient will be lying alone. Nobody will be there. So hesitate to even donate blood, but making the patient to accept the transplantation and making the relatives to accept the transplantation. And my husband always used to say, before we have to compete with another consultant, but now we have to compete with Google. If we tell some diagnosis, the patient don't accept it. No, sir, Google says this, you are telling this. So now we have the technology. Now in the era of artificial intelligence and other things, it is a very big challenge. And creating awareness among the public about the renal disease is the biggest challenge. Because if it is a cardiologist, directly he gets the patient. Neurologist, directly he gets the patient. Even whatever other specialties, gastroenterologist, but nephrologist, to get the patient, he will go round, and finally he will come. And if the nephrologist say you are suffering from chronic renal disease, your kidneys has gone, the patient will tell, no sir, I am passing more urine than my son. I am more comfortable, more urine I am passing what you are telling. My kidneys are spoiled, but I am passing more urine. How you will explain the patient? Because the patients are from peripheral areas. In a lighter sense, I used to say, it is very difficult to convince the rural public. When I was practicing an ultrasonologist, I said one patient, because we wanted the prostatic study, I told you have to come with full urine next day. The patient came, I have mentioned in more conferences also, because how it is difficult to convince the patient. Next day patient came and he opened an yellow bag, put one Horlicks bottle of urine in front of me, another Horlicks bottle of urine in front of me saying, what is this, I asked. Madam, you only told come with full urine, so I have got all the urine, I have come. Then he was telling, no, my kidneys were swollen. Then I told, even a doctor cannot identify your kidneys are swollen. Then he was mentioning scrotum as kidney. So these are the difficulties nephrologists face. I think no any other specialty, because it's directly referred and patient directly referred to the concerned consultants. But in spite of that, you are more patient like your kidneys, not making any sound. Very patiently dealing with patients. And more researchers are now, I could see nephrology has been branched out. So many branches in nephrology, and I'm really very happy that more research activities should be taken by the youngsters. And as an administrator, my request is the facility should reach the poorest of poor. I really laud our Honorable Prime Minister, because after the introduction of Ayushman Bharat, the poor patients also able to get the transplants done. Even in Puducherry, we are introducing the Gujarat model of dialysis. I appreciate the Hyderabad nephrologist for using the single-use dialyzer and also the spoke wheel model. And all these is a role model for rest of the states, and I'm really happy that this state is following all these procedures, methods. And the Prime Minister dialysis scheme. Dialysis in each and every one district headquarters. That also a small seed was sowed by us. When Dr. Harshavardhan came to our house, we had a dialysis machine in our ground floor to help the poor patients. Free dialysis we had. Then when he came, that he was asking about the channels in the house. We told it is all the dialysis channels. Just now we removed the machine. And because you are coming, we need some space. So immediately he asked. Then my husband told, we need more dialysis in the district level. So immediately in the next budget itself, he called us. And in that way, I am not telling because of us, but the seed was sowed. When we told that, then he worked on it, and then the Prime Minister dialysis scheme was introduced in the subsequent budget. So why I am telling your administrator being a doctor, so we could find the problems of the patient. So in the right forum, if we convey it, it will be successful. That is the message I want to convey. And whatever may be the service, it should reach the poorest of poor. The smile seen in the patient's face, it is the proudest moment of each and every doctor or nephrologist. And whatever may be the situation, I am reminded of Professor Amresan. My respects to him. I pay homage to him. And when he see me in the nephrology conferences, he used to call me tail of Soundararajan. Where is your tail? He used to ask. Because I will be following him, no other way, because nowhere he takes me. So whenever the nephrologist conference is the only place I used to go and attend. And here also, somehow I have a bondage with nephrologists, I think. Before I used to attend the programs as conferences as wife of Dr. Soundararajan, and now I am inaugurating this prestigious conference as the governor of Telangana. It's the proudest moment in my life. And one request also, wherever I go, wherever I address, I appeal the doctors, you are looking after the patient, you look after yourself also. That is a message. We ask the patient, when did you check your blood pressure? But we won't be knowing when we checked our blood pressure. We'll be asking the patient to go for master health checkup, but we don't know when we go for master health checkup. So my appeal is, because we have dedicated our life and we have sacrificed so many things. When everyone goes for movies, we won't be able to go. When everyone enjoys, we won't be able to enjoy. With their dedication, we have to do more service. So look after yourself also. That's the message I want to convey. Thank you very much. Best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Thank you for the inaugural address, ma'am. May I request Dr. Manchusha Yadla, Organizing Secretary of ISN Southern Chapter, to step forward for the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, madam. That enlightened all of us. There are lots of messages that to be taken, not just to the nephrologists, but to the mankind for the empowerment of the healthcare. So I thank Honorable Governor Madam, Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan Madam, for kindly consenting to be the chief guest for this 43rd annual chapter of Indian Society of Nephrology Southern Chapter. Despite her busy schedule, she was ready and she was very keen to address us. Thank you so much, Madam, for coming over this evening. I also thank the President of Indian Society of Nephrology Southern Chapter, Dr. Soundararajan sir, who has in fact facilitated me to reach to Madam, and so Madam is here. Thank you so much, sir. The help that you have done is second to none. And also I thank our secretary, Dr. Sri Bhushan Raju, for being with us in conduct of this program, and also Dr. Manisha Sahai, despite her physical disability. She is here with us. Thank you, Manisha. And apart from this, I also thank all the Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, as well as the Mahopadhyaya Award recipients, as well as the delegates, whoever is here, as well as the dignitaries and all. So thank you so much, everyone, the media, everyone who has joined us. Thank you so much for being with us for this wonderful evening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I kindly request all to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे